I am going to share some thoughts with you. I'm not going to talk a lot about what I've done. I just had some ruminations leading up to this session, and I put them in the presentation that you're going to get, and hopefully they will be entertaining and useful, and if they're not, then it's only 15 minutes. So I joined UAL about 5 years ago. One of the things, I came out of industry and out of commercial practice into the university, and one of the kind of tasks I was given, along with uniting the colleges, was to try and instigate a kind of digital confidence. And this is not something that I alone was working on, but I think digital swagger was the phrase I mentioned at one point. And I think in events like this, a kind of the culmination of some of that work, as I say, is collaborative across the university with goal. I was asked to come up with my job title, and I came up with Professor of Digital Arts, and that means nothing. Let's be frank. Digital arts is about as broad as you can get. Digital, we have already established today, is about that wide. And then you put the arts on top of it, and it just goes, and it multiplies this enormous behemoth. So what I do is I run workshops, which I'll talk about briefly later on. What I don't do is I don't run a course. So I have the capacity to be able to step outside the university and look in, see what needs doing that might not otherwise get done by people who are very busy and are engaged in much more important work than mine at the coalface of delivering excellent curricula to students. So, I'm not sure I came up with that title, or I came up with my job title. I'm not sure I came up with this title. What will our digital futures look like? Could be a very short talk. I don't know. That's the honest truth. If I did know, I would be monetising it damn quick, because the answer to that question is going to be huge. But I'll have a stab at something along that will hopefully inform that question. It's an ongoing question, and again, as Dave said, there's been themes emerging. Your theme of kind of uncertainty into the unknown and the creative tools that take us there. It's very much one. This is a slide that I often use in the university in presentations, and it kind of is meant to represent the transition that we're all making between analog and digital. And the point I always make is that we are the last generation who can remember analog, and it's our responsibility to kind of curate the best of analog and take it forward into the digital. But now, that slide is useless because none of the students know what that is. So this is the slide really, and indeed, to be frank, that is quite an outmoded old iOS screen as well, so I need to get rid of that too and put something else on it. So this big question mark is what we're talking about, and I think the important thing to remember here is that we are in transition. This fourth industrial revolution, this digital paradigm shift, whatever it is, I think there's a sense that we've arrived somewhere, especially where GAFA, the Big Four, especially when they're talking about it, there are people that don't want this to change. There's a sense that, hey, we found a way to monetize all this crazy experimental digital stuff. This is really working out well for us, guys. Let's just put a mark in the sand, stop everybody here, and let them data mine to make us billionaires. And that's not the case. Transition is happening really fast, and we have not arrived. To think we have arrived anywhere is a big mistake. I am currently reading this book, which is a great book. Some of you may well know it. I have a tendency to be enthusiastic about whatever book I'm currently reading that I like. I'm very enthusiastic about this. It's 2 years old. It's already slightly out of date. And this guy is a layman. He writes the New Yorker. And I know it is the New York Times. And he is coming into this space and kind of asking the same questions we've been asking all day, i.e., where are we going? What is digital about? And he, in the first couple of chapters, nails it, because he says there's a thing called Moore's Law, I'm sure you're all familiar with it, which says that every 2 years the speed of computing and technology will double and the price will halve. Now, that was invented in 1965, so I think you all know about exponential growth, but there's again another story about the farmer who saves the king's daughter or something like that, and the king says, I'll give you anything you want, peasant farmer, and the farmer says, I don't want anything really, I just want 1 grain of rice on the first square of the chessboard, 2 grains of rice on the second square of the chessboard, 4 grains of rice on the next square of the chessboard, and so on, doubling every time. And the king goes, yes, of course you can have that. And has just given away his entire kingdom. Because the power of doubling over 64 squares is such that it becomes an infinitely huge whole. So we've been doubling technology since 1965, every 2 years. Not to mention the power of the cloud and infrastructure. All this stuff pretty doesn't agree well. So we're at this point here in the curve. The technology is doing this thing that they call in the digital industry a hockey stick. It's going, boom, exponential growth. And this is the human brain. This is us. And it's just about to go way beyond anything we could comprehend. I mean, it just has, basically. And it doesn't matter if you grow up with it and you are a so-called digital native, it's still going to give you a hard time very shortly. So we need to find a way to either kind of mutate our brains or harness technology. I don't know. The point I think I'm trying to make is that we are going into the unknown and it's going to be rocky for everybody. I have an example of what I'm talking about here, about this kind of uncertainty. And there's a lot of kind of soft shoe shuffle about, no, I know this stuff. I know digital. Let me help you for a big check. And I know what you're saying now. Nobody knows digital. Really. Nobody knows where we're going. Here's an example. I make a point now of trying to discover what acronyms mean when I don't understand them. Rather than sitting there and going, I know what that stands for, I actually stop and ask. So I now know that HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language, and URL stands for, I think it's Universal Resource Locator, is that what? No, so. Wi-Fi. Do you know what Wi-Fi stands for? Any guesses?
Wireless fidelity.
Wireless fidelity. Good answer, good answer. That is not the case. It is a myth. Wi-Fi stands for nothing. It is a pun on hi-fi. And it's invented as a brand name. So there you go. Here's another one. Here's the main one. What does 5G actually mean? What is the, we all talk about 3G, 4G, 5G. What does it actually mean? What does that G mean? I realise I don't know what that G is. I think I know. Thank you. You just blown my punchline. Thank you. Anybody else wanting? Anyone who's not hear what Marcus said? Any stabs what G stands for? I asked my wife, Nat Hunter, who knows way more about digital than I do, and she came up with something like gigabytes or something like that. As Marcus points out, it stands for generation. So what that means is that the difference between 3G, 4G and 5G has been termed to be a generational leap. So you ask the internet that, see what the internet thinks. This guy thinks it means speed. Specifically, 5G equals 20 gigabytes per second of speed. Precise, accurate, completely made up. Not true in any way, shape or form. Here's another one. 1G is brick phones, 2G is Nokia phones, 3G is a smartphone, 4G is a bigger smartphone. 5G is an even bigger smartphone with your speakers, a light bulb, a car and a washing machine. Representing the Internet of Things and driverless cars. Yes, I know, but is that what 5G is? I don't think it is. This guy has got a rocket involved. Look at that. And the hurdles before that. What? Let's all go to space in a rocket. And again, he's trying to go, smartphones, really smartphones, driverless cars with Wi-Fi. He doesn't know. He doesn't know. Here we go. It's the same as 4G, but with a smart home icon as well. No, it's not. And here's a better stab at it, and a much more interesting diagram. But has anyone ever heard anybody say that 5G is inherently environmentally friendly? No! Make it up! So that's the answer. Nobody really knows. If we ask Thomas Friedman, who wrote that excellent book that I do recommend you go and read at some point, he spoke to Qualcomm engineers who built the infrastructure that we all use for the video or something similar. And having a conversation with them, they came up with this notion that it's the stage when pronouns go away. The stage when the pronouns go away. I think what they mean, having read a little bit further, is that it's the point where there's no differentiation between you and the device, where you are the device, where you don't say, hey Alexa, or anything, you just become technology. Wow, give me 5G, that sounds great, but it also, I think, sounds like something that is inherently creative. I mean, that almost feels like a piece of poetry to me. It's like a brief for a real fine art project, the stage when the pronouns go away. A poem. It's 3 sonnets by Fred Deacon. You get the point I'm trying to make. So that reinforces, I would suggest that this model is indeed correct. This is 4G. We all know what that means. 4G, everything everywhere, EE, that's why they call it EE, that's what EE stands for. Endless data to all the devices, and basically it is hypnotising all of us, including, but mostly young people, I would argue, especially vulnerable young people who haven't got the kind of context that we have, into this kind of passive, very passive, not proactive, and also monetizing resource. I think we can all agree. I'm not a Luddite, let's keep our smartphones. But this is a problem. We've all agreed this is a problem. And so I would suggest that our current screen-based relationship with digital is primarily solitary and primarily passive, and both of those things I think are bad. Solitary, okay, you do go on social media, you do see your friends, all that sort of stuff, but basically you are sitting there at a screen going like that. And I have a friend who had a midlife crisis recently and went backpacking. And he went off around Asia, and he said when he came back that one of the big shifts for him was when he got check into a hostel. And when he did it as a teenager, it was like, hey, where are you from? I'm from here, I'm from there. And this time he checks in the hostel, everyone's sitting in their laptops because they've got Wi-Fi and talking to people at home. So, again, I'm not trying to change stuff, I'm just pointing this stuff out. So, as a result, I think there is this hunger that is building slowly, and I've observed it certainly, for real ability to create content with depth. Netflix, you could argue, bet the company on depth. And okay, it doesn't remove us from a screen-based solitary activity, but that's kind of up against the trend in terms of, if you ask most people what they thought 4G content would be, it would be cat videos. It would be 30-second, 90-second cat videos. That would be the format of the internet. Netflix bet against that, and they're one big. There's the boom in vinyl, which I'm very keen on, obviously, which is kind of more profound interaction with your musical artist of choice. The boom of kind of escape rooms, immersive content, and virtual reality, obviously. That's the Star Wars thing which I did. It was pretty pony, still blew my mind. The point I think I'm trying to make is that content has not evolved at the same pace as technology. The content is lacking behind. We have this amazing tech. The tech is there. The business models are starting to be there. The creativity is not yet in the space, which is an enormous opportunity for us. And I'm speaking to you now as a room of creative people, which I suspect you all are. If we think about modes of innovation, the places we can innovate, ways we can innovate, I'm a big fan of the whole 2x2 matrix. I think it's a nice way to think about the possibilities. So if you think about physical products, and you think about digital products or experiences, and if you also think about what's happening in the now, in the realistic present, and then what's future speculative, I would argue that most of what is currently happening in the marketplace is here. It's all about digital because digital's new, but it's very realistic. And pushing into the future speculative up here is what we at UAL, I would argue, are very good at. And equally, some of the projects we've seen over the course of the day, Jeff's drum is a fantastic piece of physical digital hybrid with a future element to it. So I think though that model, the reason I'm showing that is I think it's a good kind of playground for us. I think we go with confidence on where we need to empower our staff and our students to go. So I've got started with some of the projects I showed earlier. Again, this is another great, this is much more realistic. This is kind of like, this can happen now. We can all see that product. Charlotte's amazing smart wellies, and then Diane's video is, again, a very real thing, but kind of transcending where we want
gestures, create sounds, and create delays in the sounds.
No, don't worry, mate, that's one of mine. Go on the website, you'll see it there. My mate who works in Silicon Valley says that that's the dream startup team, that investors are looking for that three-way split. They need business, they need tech, but they have to have a design, have the creativity. So, and some people call that a hustler, a hipster, and a hacker. Now, we weren't invited until recently, you know. If investors are insisting on embedding this stuff, us as creatives, we didn't get a seat at the table before, but now, kind of post-Apple, post-UX design, we are there. People recognise our power, so we need to know about our power. We need to own it and have some of that digital swagger that I was talking about. I would argue that if you just come from the business and tech point of view, this rush to monetize technological innovation, it's not helping anybody to put all this stuff out there that does this crazy stuff without the profound content, without the profound connection to an audience that is emotional, that engages them. That's what creates innovation. And I would also argue that the best and most profound innovation always begins from a creative perspective. And I like to tell the story of Alex Steinweiss, who is an illustrator in the 60s, I think it was 50s actually, and he went to his boss and he said, you know what, we're selling these albums in kind of cardboard sleeves, why don't we put a drawing on them? And his boss said, you're crazy, no one wants a drawing on an album sleeve. He said, let me try, put a drawing on an album sleeve. That's what we have, the album sleeve. He invented the album sleeve, and that was an illustrator who came up with that idea. So my mission at UAL has been about, I'm sure we can all get behind this, I'm preaching to some extent, I apologise, but let's empower our young creative talent to make that the digital future, to kind of fight the big four, to have the confidence to go out there and make this innovation, monetize their careers, but also create a better digital future for us and for them, because they're the only ones who are going to do it, let's face it. That is a picture of my website, where some of those projects that I didn't get a chance to show you are, and that is the next module Kickstarter. It's already fully booked with participants, but we're launching at Somerset House. Kickstarter, we're going to also launch one project from last night. And that's me. Thank you very much.